Hello, and you're watching a changelog video for the month of June 2021 for SEO Content Machine. One of the new fixes for the month of June was to the WordPress post uploader and email poster, where if you were changing that post per day and maybe you left it empty and then you saved your task, it would cause it to crash. Also, dragging these around sometimes, the UI would freeze. So that's both been fixed. So now, as you can see, when I try to save it without a value, it errors me out. Now, this new addition has been requested for some time. It's the Archiveorg scraper. Now you can scrape multiple domains. Previously, you were only limited to one URL. Now you can have up to 10 domains at a time. And what it will do is it will go through and search each of your domains using the Wayback Archive to find content for you. Here's a new feature addition to those using the preview article tool within the program. Now you can export unspun content directly from this interface. So if I go to File and there's Export Unspun, I can actually choose how many copies I require of my article now. For example, if you have a super spun article, you might want 100 unspun variations of that article. It's possible to do that now. Now it's possible to do this using the Export Unspun feature. Now this is just a small UI tweak. Inside the article creator, it's possible now to set the spin text type without having to enable the article rewriter. So you see this setting here, article spin text type. Previously, this was located within this article rewriter box. However, it's been moved out of that because it's possible to create content that has spin text in it. And the reason why is because you're using content inserts that support spin text. So now you can set the spin text output type without having to enable or rely on opening the article rewriter box. Here is a small feature adjustment for those using link inserts. And I want to specifically highlight those using inserting image as a link. So as you can see in the image tag, it's got your source and your alt. Now the source and your alt, the source will be from the image and the alt tag is actually generated from your keyword list here. Previously, when you enabled lock URL with keyword on same line, so a linked list, this image tag put all the keywords in one spun group, which meant that the URL and of course the keyword was no longer being locked. So with this new update, the URL of your link and the keyword that appears in the image tag, if you have selected the lock URL feature, you'll find that it's actually going to be locked. Now Word AI have updated the API. It's now at version 5. So under the Word AI API logins area, you have to put in not only your email, but an API key. You can get your API key by logging into the Word AI members panel, and you can generate a new key when you log in there. Now here's a new UI addition for those of you that are new to SEO Content Machine. So when I delete my task, and when you have this blank interface, because you haven't used anything yet, there is a big link at the top here that takes you to the tutorial video for that task. There are ones for the writing assistant. And if I delete this task, you see there's one here for the static page scraper. Most of these tasks now have a video banner which appears at the very top if you haven't created a new task. If you are a big search and news scraper user, you'll be happy to know that now you can schedule your tasks to auto run, and you can also filter the URLs. As you can see here, ignore URLs with words. So any URLs that you wanted to ignore, such as youtube.com links, it's not going to scrape those links anymore. That rounds up all the important bug fixes and feature changes for the month of June. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me anytime. info@seocontentmachine.com